SMT Nation, welcome back to the channel. I've got some testing that I did over the weekend. Went to watch a movie, went to South Park Mall. This is in Strongsville, Ohio. It's a really nice mall. It's a very busy mall, probably the busiest in the area on the west side, I guess kind of south side of the city. It's huge. Interesting results that I got from the three carriers, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and some good stuff actually to share. They all showed out pretty nicely under some different conditions. So this is the main entrance, the Cinemark, where the movie theater is for the mall. So you walk in these doors, it's technically still the mall, and then you make a turn and the movie theater is like literally right there. So you only have to walk maybe 100 or so paces and you could see the entrance to the theater. So I think because of that, it's going to impact like how the cell signal was and stuff like that. So here's the entrance, the outdoor portion of how to get into the mall and the theater. Here is the serving cell for you guys to take a look at. And I know it seems kind of far because this is just a regular photo. There's no zooming. I wanted to show you guys, relatively speaking, how far the cell was and the location. The Interstate I-71 is over here to the right. So the cell site is serving an entire side of the freeway and then an entire mall side, and then there's plazas on the other side of this mall, like Costco and Targets up the street and stuff. So like the sheer amount of traffic in this area, there's like apartments, condos, the mall, all the stores. It's an incredible amount of capacity that's needed here. And actually, Verizon has like 4 or 5 CBRS small cells down Royalton Road this way here. So AT&T and T-Mobile are the macro networks here, and then Verizon does a combination of macros and a ton of small cells dealing with congestion. Here's a close-up look at the tower setup. AT&T is at the top. You'll see that they did put up a C-band antenna and radio at the top. It is active, so I can definitely confirm that to you guys that it is on. Let me see here. This, I think below it is old Sprint gear, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell from here. It could be old Sprint gear, and I think down below it is the new Dish site. And then at the very bottom is Verizon, and you will see that they've got a couple of different things going on, all the regular stuff, and then here's N77, and then CBRS to the left of that, so band 48. T-Mobile used to be on this site. Remember, Sprint gear was here. But now they have their own monopole here on this side, so this Sprint gear is going to have to come down. And then here's the T-Mobile site. By the way, this site here to the right has backup power. There are 2 backup generators. I believe one is for AT&T and one is for Verizon. This T-Mobile tower does not have a backup generator there. Again, that continues to be an issue. I actually did a shorts video on that last winter when they first built the site. All right, but it's got N41 on it. Anyways, without giving you guys the details, here are the results from the testing there at the movies. We've got a mix of different things here. Generally speaking, if you look at the uplink, you go from 2.91 on the low end all the way up to about 27 megabits per second on the high end. You'll see that there is adequate enough uplink for most of what you'd want to do on your smartphone. If you look at the downlink, you've got lows at around 11 megabits, and you have highs, coming upwards of about 400 plus megabits per second. You guys can probably guess that's probably going to be your T-Mobile test, right? But a mix of 5G and LTE. I wanted to make sure I covered everything for you guys here. Here's kind of like the first part of the testing. You guys will see the second part is on this next one. Again, you'll see adequate uplink, not great, right? It's not incredible, but you have plenty of downlink too. Consider the scenario. This is a shopping mall. There's tons of traffic. This is arguably like the biggest intersection in the area. I'm not even joking, guys. The amount of traffic is absurd. You have North Royalton, you have Strongsville, people getting off at the exit. Not only are going to Strongsville, they're probably even going to like Brunswick. There's a couple neighboring cities they would want to maybe go from that side as well. Brea, Middleburg Heights. So it's quite possible. Anyways, I want to show you guys the first round of testing. All right, starting in the beginning here, and I've got 3 sets to look at. All right, the first scenario here, this is actually in the theater. The first 2 tests are from AT&T. Here's a 5G DSS test. Here's the LTE test. For the 5G, you're connected to N2. This is DSS band 2. You got 36 down and you got 3 up. It's fine. It's serviceable. Shouldn't be an issue. If you were, like in my case, watching a kid's movie and you weren't really trying to, you weren't really enjoying the movie, I don't know, maybe you wasted your money on a ticket. All right, you got something going on. You got some service in the theater. The LTE was better, 81 megabits down and 6 megabits up. And this all probably due to the fact that there is more carrier aggregation happening on the LTE side. So you got more access to more bandwidth. All right, next we have T-Mobile. On the 5G test, you got 39 down, 13 up. All right, so that's N71. That's the low band 5G. So perfectly serviceable. No problems there. Here is the LTE test for T-Mobile. Shockingly fast. I was surprised by that, actually. I actually, you know what, guys? I think I got these flipped. This is the Verizon test here in the middle. My bad. Made a mistake. This is the Verizon test. 123 down, 19 up, 39 uh, down for the 5G test, 13 up. And that's because it's on DSS. And that's one of the things I wanted to show you guys. The difference between LTE and 5G here, because you're getting way more bandwidth on the LTE side. You get more carrier aggregation. It's the same situation here with AT&T. And then at the top, the T-Mobile N71 test, kind of sort of congested. You're only getting 11 megabits on the down. You're getting 8.5 on the up. So it's usable. It's not really going to be an issue, but it's only a 5 megahertz channel of band 71. Or it's a 15 megahertz channel of N71. So there's not much else reaching in there. I don't think you're getting any other any other carriers in there, any other LT carriers. So 11 down, 8.5 up. It's fine though. Not really a big deal. Here's 90 on the down and 5 on the up. It made me wonder if these carriers had DAS systems in the mall. I'm thinking they do, because these speeds are very good to be considering that the tower site serving this area carries so much traffic, and it's actually like a half a mile away, I'd say. So I was actually pleasantly surprised. I think all 3 carriers might have a DAS here. It's possible. I don't know. I'll have to inquire. All right, this next round of testing is from outside the theater, but inside the mall. Remember, the theater is kind of recessed into the mall off to the right, and you got to take, a nice little stroll to get there. So this is like actually in the mall. All right, now the starting point here at the bottom, these bottom 2 tests, those are T-Mobile. All right, you got 438 on the down for their 5G, and you got 4 megabits on the up. This was connected to N41. All right, so that explains why you're getting so much speed on the downlink. But N41's uplink is always suspect. I don't know what it is. If it's not a perfect signal, it's just not good for uplink. But the downlink, tremendous at 400 plus. LTE side, they did 52 megabits on the down and 6 on the up. Plenty good. Held up just fine. And then for the next test, this is Verizon. You have 87 on the down and you have 21 on the up. All right, so in this instance, I did, in fact, connect to the 5G ultra wideband. I just think the signal was weak, trying to get indoors. So it picked it up. I saw the icon, but nothing spectacular. 87 down, 21 up, perfectly serviceable. But you expect more from the ultra wideband. The LTE, again, and this is why I think when connected to LTE, it picks up the DAS, 122 down and 27 on the up. All right, so good showing from Verizon, perfectly serviceable. And then the next one is AT&T. LTE got 119 down, 19 up, really good. 64 down and almost 15 on the up on the DSS side, the 5G, low band stuff. N2, I should say. All right, so they're all plenty good. They're still holding up. T-Mobile's uplink, really the only thing I would be concerned about. If that was to dip any lower, you'd be in trouble. You'd probably get some like poor quality on like a video call or something like that. And if you're uploading stuff, it would be a challenge. It would be kind of slow. All right, next, and this is the last round of testing. This one was actually taken outside of the mall, outside the doors of that entrance exit that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video. Starting here at the bottom, that is Verizon with those 2 tests. The 5G ultra wideband picked up quite nicely right outside the entrance there. 231 down, 9 up. I think this channel does have quite a bit of traffic on it, and that's why you're seeing those speeds very average. The LTE was getting 48 on the down and just around 8.5 on the up. All right, so serviceable, fine, everything looks good there. The next one is AT&T. All right, the DSS 187. Oh no. Oh, by the way, this is their 5G Plus. I just remembered the 5G Plus did pick up from AT&T once I went outside. All right, so 187 down, 22 up. And then on LT, I got 93 down and 18 up. My process is I think both AT&T and Verizon had DAS systems in the mall. I think possibly so did T-Mobile. All right, because they were good in there. They did fine. And then once I got out there, I was defaulting to the 5G channels, the mid-band, the 5G plus, the 5G ultra wideband, and that's why I got those scores. And actually, I called to you guys to see if maybe you guys see something similar. But again, this is what made me think that there's a DAS system for each of the three carriers. At least I could say with confidence, I think both AT&T and Verizon did. I'm a little unsure about T-Mobile, but I still think they may have. All right, for the LT on T-Mobile, we got 110 down and 7 up. And on 5G, we got 504 down and almost 22 up. Plenty good capacity there and lots of throughput for T-Mobile. The N41 shining in this test, and you guys could see all that capacity there. And if I had to, like I said, if I had to guess, I think all three had DAS systems in the mall. I really do. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the testing and the performance? Thinking about all those different scenarios and that situation here at the Strongsville Mall, South Park Mall, at the Cinemark there inside. All right, testing in the theater. And by the way, this mall has a lot of glass. All right, so there's all types of glass that are on like the roof that, the sun comes in through the glass and stuff. I'm thinking that helps the signal, and it's not just bricks. And that's why the signal, held up pretty good throughout the mall and stuff like that. So maybe handing off between the macro and the DAS system or whatever's going on there. What do you guys think of that testing? What do you think of my experience? You guys see similar at your malls? You guys see different things? Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Tell me who impressed you. Tell me who let you down there in the testing and what you think about all of that. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for my Patreon page. Support us there. Get early access to content and exclusive videos not found anywhere else. Also, a link to my Twitter handle is down there. And all business inquiries can be sent to the Gmail address in the description box. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.